Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of World Mobile Token. We'll be taking a look at a technical analysis on the 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week timeframes, and I'll be sharing my thoughts and opinions on what I think is going on with the price action of World Mobile Token. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will not miss another video update. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what you're waiting for, check it out. Link for that is down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out. Let's kick things off though with some technical analysis on that 1 hour time frame. So here we have World Mobile Token paired up with USDT, and we are using KuCoin as our data source for this one here. So as you can see on this hourly chart, we have seen a bit of a move to the downside. Okay, this to me is looking like the formation of a double zigzag pattern. It's not impulsive or anything like that. So we can do is we can take a look at this and we can say, okay, well, here we have a 5-wave drop. We bounced up and then we have another 5-wave drop here. Okay. And this basically is what they call a zigzag, which is an A, B, and C pattern. This here does look a little bit deeper than you would have expected it to. So let's go ahead and just sense check that. It has actually come down deeper than the 1.382. And this again leads us into the idea that we have further to the downside to go. Now, when we take a look at that, we can say, okay, well, we have this bigger ABC structure. They had to bounce and then we start to fall back down, and you know the formation of this move also looks very similar, and in the way that we kind of have that impulsion to it. And I do expect us to kind of finish this pattern off a little bit deeper in price, basically looking really between the price of 11.9 and 12.3. Okay, you can see here as well that we have the upper area of resistance just on that 50 EMA and the 50 SMA. You can see it right here. And of course, we had the crosses, the death crosses, not that long ago on this hourly chart. So the 11th of October, about 8 a.m. UTC +1. And you can see that the short-term 50 SMA and 50 EMAs are lower than that of the 200 longer-term EMA. And of course, prices below all of those. This is an incredibly bearish setup. And so what we're doing here is we're basically saying, if I go ahead and remove that one there, we have a big 3-wave move coming down here, which is the zigzag pattern. We bounced up and we're still looking for further downside. Okay, and we're looking to complete this out down here between 11.9 and 12.3. And then from here, we can potentially start to see a bit more of a lift back to the upside. Okay, now from a smart money concepts point of view, you can see that we were in a bullish structure back here on the 18th of September. We got confirmation of that with a break of structure just here. Okay, we got another break of structure confirming that we're still remaining bullish, and another one up here. Okay, now this is important to note because we haven't broken out of that structure. We haven't broken down from that structure. Right, we have a correction to the downside here, but we still remain inside this bullish pattern. Okay, from a smart money concepts point of view, and from an Elliott Wave theory point of view, there's nothing of major concern either, because this is short-term corrective patterns that we see here. Although we have some short-term bearishness, it doesn't actually distract us from the idea that we are still actually bullish on that overarching structure. Okay, so we'll come down, we'll fill the fair value gap here. We'll probably not fill those right away, and then we'll bounce up again a little ways higher by the looks of it. Let's take this up into the daily time frame. Okay, so from the daily time frame, you can actually see that we have a more significant run to the upside, and we also see that we finished our correction down. So let's go ahead and just mark that up. Right, we can see here that we had a 3-wave correction to the downside complete. That's not a problem. And then of course we can see that we had this nice run up, correction down, and we're still moving up. So to me, it looks like we still have a little ways to the upside to go here. So we can see A, B, and potentially C still to go higher. So our daily target range for this, although we've missed most of it, there is still a little bit more to the upside to be had, at least in my opinion. Okay, this would basically put us up here between the prices of 16.84 and 18.96. That's going to be the approximate area there for World Mobile Token to kind of reach before having another move back to the downside. And I do expect it to be a move to the downside. We are not in an overly bullish pattern here on the daily time frame. In fact, as you can kind of see, we're in a bearish daily structure, not in a bullish one. And of course, price action is sandwiched between the 50 EMA and that of the 200 EMA. So I do think we're going to move up. It could be a quick wick to the upside here, just kind of come up into our expected range, and then another move to the downside. I would not say that we're done necessarily with the bear market lows just yet for World Mobile Token, but it's one of those things that we'll keep a close eye on. I don't think they're too far from the bottom. But I just don't think we're there yet. Based on our current structures here, we could argue that after this move here, we'll have another big move to the downside to be seen. We can also see from our stochastics we're overbought on the monthly and the weekly, and not on the daily. So a little lift up here to get us into an overbought area on the daily before we move on down. From a weekly standpoint, there isn't really a huge amount of information available to us, but you can see here that we are getting rejected on the 50 SMA, and obviously that is below that of the 50 EMA. There's no 200 EMA because there's not enough data for that, but you can see here that we are still finding ourselves inside this kind of bearish move. We haven't yet completed out the patterns here. Now the concerns are that we still have a ways to go to the downside before we kind of look to complete this one off, and I do think there's going to be some great accumulative phases here for World Mobile Token, which is why I've added my thoughts as to where the bottom is within our accumulation zone document, which is a part of our membership website, which they can find the link for that down below. So if you're interested in understanding where I think everything's likely to bottom from the cryptocurrencies that we're interested in, then why not go ahead and check out membership.𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗍𝒑𝗏𝒑𝒑𝒑.io. We do offer a 7-day free trial where you can basically test it all out for free. And of course, if you don't want to continue with your subscription, then just go to your profile area and cancel it before you are charged. If you do not do so, you will be charged, of course. Now I'm going to leave this video right there. If you have found it useful and informative, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe, and if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, check it out. Link is in the description below. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.